Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be my April TBR, and I'm so excited for some of these books. Some of them are for school, which I'll go through at the end, but the first section is like some thrillers I'm gonna read this month, some romances, just some overall fiction that I'm really excited to get to. So yeah, but before we get into that, let's do a joke. What is the best part about living in Switzerland? Oh my god. I'm not sure, but the flag is a big plus. That is so funny. That one is like, that's one of my favorite ones we've done so far. Big fan of that. I think it added a big plus to the video today. Anyway, moving on. Today's video again is going to be my April TBR, but first I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Glasses USA. And you might be wondering, wait a second, Noelle, you don't wear glasses. Well, I didn't used to, but now I have been, because in a previous vlog I talked about how, because I'm sitting in front of a screen all day, I feel like my eyes have really started to strain throughout the day. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I should try blue light glasses. And I got a bunch of comments on that vlog saying I should just give them a try because it's helped some people. And so regardless on if you think blue light glasses work or not, they've been working for me for the past couple weeks. All right, so the first pair are these simple gold circle rims. And these are the ones that I've been wearing a lot. So if you see smudges on the front, ignore them. But they look like this. And here's the deal. When I first saw myself in them, I was like, maybe it's not working for me. But then, when you've got a red lip going on, I really feel like it works. So these are the ones that I wear the most. Something great about Glasses USA is that when you cut out the middleman, you can save up to 70% on prescription glasses, and you can get them from a variety of retailers. All right, this next pair is another pair I've been wearing because we've got another smudge, and it is this like tortoiseshell gold pair. So like the rim is gold, but then there's an outer rim that has tortoiseshell on it. And so that's what these look like. A complete pair, frames plus lenses from Glasses USA, is starting at $30. So again, the price point is awesome. I feel like there's a million styles, so you can find the one that fits your face, and it's just, they're all incredible. And then lastly, for the blue light frames I got this like almost cat eye, like a little retro, little like cute librarian style. And so they look like these. And I don't know, these are the ones that I felt like framed my face the best, but I don't know. You can either get like any prescription that you need on these glasses, or you can just do blue light like I have right now, or you can get sunglasses, which is pretty groovy. And then lastly, we just have some sunglasses. So I don't know if these are the pair that you should vote on because these are just sunglasses, but what do you think? You can see my ring light, I'm sure, but what do you think? I don't know. I think that the sunglasses look really good, but I'm having a hard time deciding which of the blue light prescriptions are my favorite. One other great feature of Glasses USA is that they have this really cool virtual try-on feature where you just upload a photo of yourself and then you can try on multiple pairs of glasses, which was great for me when I was trying to decide which glasses would look good on my face. So here are the 4 final looks. Again, please let me know which one is your favorite. And if you'd like to sign up for 65% off your first pair of glasses, you can use the link in my description. Thank you again, Glasses USA. All right, I'm just gonna put these up here while we talk about the books just because I don't want you to see the big ring light, but again, thank you so much, Glasses USA, for sponsoring this video. So exciting. Let's get into the TBR because again, it is quite the pile. All right, so the first book in this TBR is The Hole, which I am so excited for. I haven't really talked about this, but I've really been missing thrillers and mysteries in my life. I just feel like I really haven't read any in the last couple months, and so I wanted to do so with a couple on this list, but this is the first one, and it's called The Hole. I talked about this in a book haul recently. This was gifted to me to my P.O. box by Gabby, so thank you so much, Gabby, for sending this to me. From what I can tell, it is about a man who wakes up from a coma after getting into a car accident where his wife unfortunately passed away in that car accident. And so he wakes up from this coma in his home and his mother-in-law is taking care of him. But is she really taking care of him, right? Like it seems to be that she is maybe trying to take the place of his wife and might not want him to leave the room that he's in. I'm just so excited for this. I can't wait. And thank you again, Gabby, for sending this to me. All right, this next book I actually started mid-March and I haven't finished it yet, so I'm hoping to finish it in the first part of April, and that is Pachinko. This was recommended to me by Alexandria, who I absolutely adore. I think she's wonderful. She's super sweet, super creative, so I'll make sure to link her Instagram and her channel down below if you'd like to check her out. She recommended this and then we talked about it in our DMs and she told me that this is going to destroy me, and I'm only 75 pages in and I have some brief guesses on like what might happen by the end, and if I'm anywhere near correct those assumptions, it is going to absolutely destroy me. Even thinking about where this book might go is destroying me. So far what I know about this, and I'm only on page 75, so I can't say too much, but what I know so far is that it's about a mother and a daughter living in Korea as they run an inn together because the father of the family has passed away. So through running this inn together, they meet a lot of people, they make a lot of connections, and something big happens in the first 75 pages, which I don't want to give away. Just based off of what happens, it's going to ripple out through the generations and the decades following this event, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Really beautifully written, and I just can't wait. So again, I'll leave Alexandria's Instagram and her channel linked down below. Please check her out. She's amazing. All right, this next book was 100% a purchase based off of how much I've been seeing the cover on Bookstagram over the last year, and that is Upstream by Mary Oliver. From what I understand, it's just a collection of essays from Mary Oliver and her like reflecting on how she lives in the world and her relationship with nature. And I just feel like for spring, this might be the perfect read. It sounds beautiful. It sounds, I don't know, I've never read Mary Oliver before, but when I asked for poetry recommendations or poets I should read, Mary Oliver was one of the top poets I should read. Unfortunately, I don't think this has a whole lot of poetry in it, but I think her writing will be poetic. And so I can't wait. Seems like it has all to do with like being outside and nature. Can't wait for this. Really excited. All right, this next book is my next thriller on the list. Again, I want to read some more thrillers. I really have been missing the genre, and that is Every Vow You Break, and I'm reading this to be a part of Gabby from Gabby Reads live stream at the end of April for her book club, The Book Troop. She like specifically reads a lot of mysteries and thrillers for her book club, and so when she asked me to be a part of one of her live streams, I was so excited. So I'm going to be reading Every Vow You Break. I've never read anything by Peter Swanson, but I've heard good things. I've heard mixed things about this book, but I'm excited to give it a read, and I'm so excited that Gabby asked me to be a part of her live stream, so yeah. Okay, next we have a reread, which I'm so excited about because this is one of my favorite romances, and that is The Kiss Quotient. There's something about this weather that's making me want to reread this because I read The Kiss Quotient last spring, and so I just like, it's been super, super warm in California, so every time I see this on my bookshelf, I'm like, you're in the mood, it feels right now, and I'm just so excited. I also have a reading playlist, and when I first set up that reading playlist is when I read this book for the first time, and so a lot of those songs on that reading playlist reminds me of this book, and so anytime I'm playing it, I'm always like, you should really reread The Kiss Quotient, so I'm so excited to reread this one. All right, the next two books are book club picks for my book club, The Late Night Book Club. How many times can she say book club, folks? I don't know. Anyway, I run a book club with Joel and Elias. Love them both so much. And our March book was The Power, but our live stream got pushed into April. So I haven't read it yet. I will be reading it in the next couple days for that live show. Can't wait for it. Absolutely adore Joel and Elias. So can't wait for our discussion. Nervous about the book, but excited for the conversation. So there you go. And then the second book club pick is The Shadow of the Wind. So excited for this one. I think it was Elias's suggestion, and I was so excited when he suggested it. And then when we announced it on our Instagram, so many people in the comments were so excited. So I'm super thrilled to be reading this. Can't wait to get to it in April. And yeah. All right, the next book is another romance for the month, and that is People We Meet on Vacation. This is the author of Beach Read's second book, I believe. I think this is her second book, and I'm so excited for it. I think that the cover looks so good. That orange is so striking. The spine is this really cool, like, vine leafy green, and so just the cover alone looks really fun. But secondly, I'm pretty sure it's about best of friends who then have a huge falling out and then somehow have to like scramble to make things up because of like an event that they're going to or something like that. So I just know that it's kind of like friends to lovers, but more like friends to enemies to lovers, which sounds really fun. Again, I really loved Beach Read, so I'm really excited to get to this. All right, and then the last book that is not for school that I would love to get in April is Days of Distraction. Again, this was a recommendation by Alexandria. Really trust her recommendations, so I'm really excited for this one. From what I can tell, it's about a woman who is a reporter for tech companies. Like, she reports on events in tech companies, and she's super unfulfilled in her life. Like, she hates doing it and she wants a raise and her boss just keeps pushing it off. And then her boyfriend gets a job in New York City and asks her to go with him. And so that's the basic premise from what I understand. It seems pretty short too, so I might try to sneak it in this weekend, maybe, if I can get to it, aside from all the school reading I have to do, which you'll see in just a second. But I'm really excited for this one, and I love the color because I love this tealish turquoise color. I think it's beautiful, so really excited for this one. All right, and then lastly, we have 4 books for school. It actually might be more than 4. I might also have to read Mansfield Park by Jane Austen this month, but I didn't look that far on the syllabus. I think it might be this month. Not sure. But the first one is Wide Sargasso Sea. I talked about this in a book haul, and people were telling me that it's kind of a spin-off or a prequel to Jane Eyre, and it's from the wife's perspective, without giving anything away, because if you haven't read Jane Eyre, then that will give something away if I say too much. There is a wife in Jane Eyre, and this is the story from the wife's perspective, from what I understand. Excited for this one. It's also super short, so I don't know. I love when books for school are short because it just means that I can knock it out really fast. And I heard some really good things about this in that comment section, so thank you to anyone who said that this was good. All right, this is another book that I don't know a huge amount about. I usually don't like to know too much about the books I'm reading for school before I read them, because usually if like a classic doesn't sound fun to read for my degree, then I'm even less excited about it. So I try to just like dive in and see what happens. But the next one is Jack Maggs, but it's basically about this guy named Jack Maggs in 1837, and he is a criminal, and he's risking his life on seeking vengeance and reconciliation. So that's what I know about it. I don't know if this is a fan fiction of something else, but if you know, please let me know down in the comments, because just from that alone, it actually sounds like a pretty fun book to read for school, to be honest. All right, and then the last 2 books are for my 18th century Rise of the Novel course, so I don't know a huge amount about them. I just know that I need to give a presentation on one of them, and the first one is Evelina. This is the one that I need to do a presentation on. These are not my sticky notes, so it looks like I've read it. I have not read this yet, and to be honest, I'm not looking forward to it. I am overwhelmed with school right now. So anyway, that's the first one, and then the second one is Barford Abbey. My professor didn't tell us what it was about, but he said it was really fun. So I'm gonna just roll with that and hope that he's right, because it's pretty short compared to other ones, like if you put these side to side. And I don't know, I hope it actually is fun and that he's not just saying that. So those are the final 2 books of the school reading I have to do, and also the final 2 books of this TBR. Let me know what you would all like to read in April, or if you've read any of these books and like what your ratings for them were. Yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!